we move into our eternal home in heaven. But he plays on these things. I'll tell you how. So you have I mean, divorce is probably one of the dramatic things that can happen to any child. Why? Because a child's whole security is attached, again, to mom and dad. Who I am as a person, how I define myself, the love I get is from mom and dad. So when a divorce happens, the child, most of the time, internalizes everything about the divorce. It must have been my fault. They must not love me enough. If I was good enough, they wouldn't have divorced. And the lies come in, and the enemy is perpetuating them. See, your mom and dad don't love you, or whatever. So again, you're going back to the same cycle. They're growing up in broken homes where either the dad is absent or the mom is absent, or they're not available emotionally. Sometimes the dad is at the house but is absent emotionally. So the child is growing up fatherless in the same token, even though the father is there. Or it could be that the father is abusive or alcoholic. So the bond that's needed for the child to fill that child from mom and dad, when it's absent, it leaves a hole in our hearts. And when that hole is in our hearts is there's a lot of pain there. And because of that pain, what we do, and we're so good at it all over the world, especially here in America, what we do is we try to fill it with what the world offers us. Drugs, alcohol, it's called self-medication. The things that the world offers us to numb the pain. Because what does it do? I have a lot of friends who are addicted to different things. And I ask them, come and pray. I'll have a prayer session with you because you're in pain. No. I don't want to feel it because I might not be able to survive. That's another lie. I'd rather numb myself. I'm going to get drunk or take drugs or whatever because that will numb the pain. Because the lie there is this: if I feel the pain, I might not be able to survive it. Well, they're in pain anyways, and they're in self-destruction mode.
Could I ask you, were you in that same pain?
My pain was not, I was in a different pain. I'll tell you what my pain was. Thank God I never abused drugs or alcohol. That never happened in my case. But my pain was about myself. I thought I had no value. Here's the lie. I'll tell you, Hank, how the enemy works. My pain was, what's my value as a woman? I was completely set up from the Middle East. I felt I was not smart. I felt I was not pretty. I felt that there was something actually inherently wrong with me. And so here I come to the United States, and you could fake it so well here. You could pretend. Why? Because you go to high school. I was in high school, and I got straight A's in high school. I went off to UC Davis. I got 2 degrees from UC Davis, and I graduated with honors with one of them. So everything from the outside looks really good because that's what you call your mask. You wear your mask to cover up the shame you're feeling inside. And then I went off to law school. I speak 4 languages. And so if you look at me from the outside, how could people were like envious of me. And here I am in total pain inside of myself because I felt I'm worthless.
Now I need to ask you about that pain. What was that pain like?
What was the pain like?
Yes.
The pain was, you almost don't want to be alive. It's that pain where like, my life is worth nothing. Why am I even breathing? Why am I even on earth? I'm worthless. It's that feeling of feeling I have no value.
Were you hurting like emotionally every day or?
I felt like I was struggling every day. Like my life became a constant struggle. Like it's a daily struggle. But the beautiful part about it is that God's grace, here's what, really, that's what my whole book about is the struggles. But it's not for you to get depressed, no. It's the struggles, it's finding God in the midst of your darkness, in the midst of the pain, in the midst of that place where you're going to say, you know what, Lord, I can't do this anymore. I have no more strength.
And I think that the pain that people go through is different for everyone.
Exactly.
So you can't, for me, her pain is going to be different from my pain and Andrea's pain and your pain.
Right.
Because like you were saying, it stems from our foundation and what we start believing in ourselves and internalizing.
Right.
So what's neat about the book is that you sort of have to read the book because then you start saying, I can identify with the pain that Samia was going through because my pain is like that, but different.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's thank you very much, Sonia, for clarifying that, because really...
She's good at doing that.
Yeah, thank you, because honestly, our pain, all of us are in pain. I mean, whoever says to you, I have no pain, I'm fine, is completely in denial, with all my respect to all the
No,
viewers.
and
know?
it's true. Yeah, we just don't like to we don't like to hear it.
Yeah, we don't
or
like to
say it.
hear it, but here's the problem. Because we don't look at it, that doesn't mean it goes away. It's still there. We might be able to medicate it, numb it, but we're still, when you go to your bed at the end of the night and you're with yourself, that pain is there. And that's what I wanted to look at. I wanted to break through that denial. I didn't want to pretend anymore. And because here's the beautiful thing. God created us as truly his children. If he was capable of going on the cross to die for each and every one of us, no exceptions, whether people believe in him or not, whether people accept him as their savior or not,